Oh, all right. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's Dinosaur Fighting Boogaloo. Well, I wanted to try this for quite some time, quite a few days at least, but the main change for tonight with this list, Dinosaurs in Explorer, is Tyrranax Rex moving from the main to the side and then replacing T-Rex, the classic fantastic Ripjaw Raptor. It's a no-brainer, sometimes kind of a dud if the opponent somewhat easily kills it with Fatal Push and that sort of thing, but to go along with the Fighting Boogaloo, used it before, and that fantastic thumbnail art, Inscription of Abundance, 1 in a green, instant speed fighting. Yeah, it's okay, but mainly it's all about that instant speed interaction there. If we get to 5, quite reasonably we should get there. We can put 2 counters on a creature and also gain life, where X is the greatest power among creatures we control. We can choose whichever one. Maybe we don't want to fight something, we want to put the counters on someone to save them, but I've just been wanting to do something like this, something that doesn't require a creature on the opponent's side to be useful, so it should, for the most part, never be dead. But we start off with some potentially lovely interaction in game 1. I've been facing quite a bit of aggressive decks for sure, so that's going to help out quite nicely. And single copy of Domri for ramp and a little bit more fighting as well, increase the power of everybody. Draw some cards with Ripjaw whenever it's dealt damage, always a nice thing. And it's been quite some time since I've used this guy, so I'm happy at least. Hopefully he does shine quite a bit tonight. Marauding Raptor, Otepec Huntmaster, and Thunderherd Migration, all of that in still like it normally was. I cut my single copy of Cryptolith right that was in here just for tonight at least, maybe a few nights. Still looking forward to putting that through its paces. Creatures we control can tap for 1 mana of any color. Get extra rampy from stuff we might not want to attack with, especially Huntmaster. Topiary Stomper, lovely, still there. Especially nice Topiary Stomper as a fight target with Inscription of Abundance. So Topiary plus Ripjaw, lovely, lovely stuff. Shifting, if and when we do face something spirits related, that's in. And hopefully tonight Azorius Control, which has not been around too much, at least for me, unfortunately. Regisaur, as always, 4 copies. Sticking with the 4 copies of Carnage Tyrant and 2 of Galta, which I am meaning to maybe bump it up to 3 copies. We'll see. I keep saying it. Down to 21 lands. I know, not quite as honest as 22 lands with the Shatter Skull smashing in here, but with the drop in the average mana cost, Ripjaw Raptor instead of Tyrranax Rex, taking it 1 land feels pretty good. Domri, of course, is cheaper ramping than Chandra, Torch of Defiance, or Luca, Bound to Ruin. So I think with the lower average mana value, it should work out still quite nicely indeed. But definitely Boseiju, maybe one day I will get a single copy in paper if it ever gets cheaper, but I don't see that happening. And with the sideboard changes tonight, Rampaging Ferocidon, if we ever face Selesnya Angels, it's not too common. I keep toying with the idea of simply cutting Rampaging Ferocidon, and if we face Angels, well, we'll just maybe lose. But we could potentially bring the pain with Rending Volley, of course, taking out that key thing that was going to gain them life. So we still have a decent chance with that and Inscription of Abundance. A lot of fighting interaction. It could keep them down. We still might not even need Rampaging Ferocidon, but it certainly does the trick, making them not gain life. And the Akroan War, finally, if we face Phyrexian Obliterator, Shieldred, anything like that, lovely, impactful creatures to steal. The Akroan War is really gonna do the trick right there. I say we jump into it, maybe showcase the list off if some of you guys are joining later on, or, well, hopefully you're not all asleep yet. Oh, yes. Gruul is back. Definitely very excited to get a little bit more interaction. For the most part, the dinos get her done. Tyrranax Rex, Carnage Tyrant, the combination at the top there. But yeah, I just wanted to fight some stuff. A little bit more tonight. J-Gerbs, 13. Something creature related with the Minsk and Boo avatar. Oh, but that hand is not going to do it, unfortunately. Oh, well, much better. Much better. Quite interesting to see 2 Carnage Tyrants there. But definitely 2 lands plus Thunderherd Migration. Oh, heard of the new Oathbreaker, yes. Yeah, definitely an alternative to EDH. I kind of heard and read people talking about Oathbreaker here and there every now and then, but never really looked into it. I just like super consistent formats. I can have as many dinos as I possibly want, but anything that is an alternative to EDH, maybe a little bit cheaper, I would imagine. I don't know a whole lot about Oathbreaker myself, but this could be kind of painful. Oh, it is so expensive. I mean, with Boseiju there, Boseiju is used in pretty much all formats, I would imagine, but it is pretty painful, sadly. But this does look pretty good. Shifting Ceratops, possibly Carnage Tyrant next turn, or Inscription of Abundance, like I was saying, we somewhat easily enough get to 5 mana, and we can kick it. We might just be over. Although Shifting Ceratops being a 5/4 hopefully is going to stop some of their aggression. Slow things down a little bit. Starting life total is 20. Okay. A little bit more reasonable, I guess. Now the question is, Leaf Crown Visionary. I like that. But they have a lot of stuff. They're going to pop off next turn anyways with Nykthos, sadly. You know what? I'm going to take the ping, hold back with Ripjaw, block something or someone, whatever nasty thing they try to do, respond with Inscription, and hope we can get the job done. It appears like they'll use Elvish Warmaster's ability to pump all the elves they control, give them +2/+2, and Death Touch. That's not going to be very good. Don't have quite an elf. Well, that might do it. Rampaging Ferocidon against mono green elves, any version of elves, can be quite nice, but this is certainly not so nice, sadly. Oh, and they had another Nykthos. Okay, well, that does tend to do the trick. Yeah, we're not gonna win through that. Ouch. Well, that was painful. Okay. Can't win them all. Certainly the Acroan War, I'm looking forward to that. Carnage Tyrant would be nice, but just stealing their elves, making them all attack when it doesn't make sense to do so, I think that is going to be good. Yes, oh, that was disgusting. A Nykthos, tapping it, followed by finally another Nykthos, and they had 2 Llanowar elves. They could have paid 2 and then gotten 10 green and would have used the Elvish Warmaster's ability, unfortunately. Another 1-lander. Oh, that is quite a bit better. I have to hope they don't pop off quite so much, and it's been, I want to say, a month, more than a month, that I've seen any elf deck. Mono green specifically, could have been 2 months, possibly. But yeah, elves doing their classic elf stuff. Tons of ramp, tons of creatures, and yeah. Mono white humans, I mean, they can be pretty explosive, but I feel that the interaction I have with Inscription, Rending Volley, and Domri, that should be enough to keep them in check. But this is definitely a deck you want some kind of a sweeper against, if at all possible, of course. But seeing Galta, I think there's a pretty good chance we get to her. Hopefully, Regis or Alpha followed by Galta. Haste might be too much for them to deal with. Especially if we have Galta down and we can go Inscription of Abundance. Possibly slap the counters on her, make her 14-14, gain 14 life, and take out, I would imagine, any creature we target. They're looking at Marauding Raptor. That is interesting. Maybe thinking they were going to fight it. Possibly. Ugh. Well, we got another land, exactly what we were hoping for. Topiary Stomper. Should mean we get to Galta next turn, I would imagine. See what they block with. Definitely they would not block with a Mystic or a Leaf Crown Visionary. Try and do as much damage as possible, because that's not going to be fun coming up. Ooh, the second Leaf Crown Visionary probably is going to lock things up for them, I would imagine. But we'll get the Queen, do what we can, and yeah. Hold back Marauding Raptor there just because, well, it doesn't make sense. It would trade with that token, and that's not a pretty sight. Ouch. Yeah, that probably does it. Oh boy. Scary, scary stuff. They don't really attack a whole lot, so if I wanted to go more Glass Cannon, 4 copies of Galta, something that I would get her down a little bit more often, that definitely could be a good possibility. They just barf their elves and hope for the best. Yeah, I'll just go for Thunderherd Migration and get to 7 lands with this Topiary Stomper that I play as well, but I got to imagine that's probably it. It would certainly be nice to have something that gave Double Strike to Galta, which is another angle, again, that I'm looking to re-explore. Embercleave, Tamer Battle Rage. I've mentioned it before, but we'll see. Let's hope this Collected Company is not too bad. Oh, that's pretty decent. That's okay. They only got 1 elf. I like it. Yeah, just here, you can imagine if I had Rampaging Frostodon out, that would have been quite devastating for him. We gotta figure that probably kills us. Yeah. No, we're not going to bust through that. Oh, it's not every day that I face something that doesn't really interact whatsoever. My goodness. Definitely sideboarding 3 damage board wipes. Certainly the way to go. But, well, not the best case for not having a board wipe. Certainly, that was a clear example. But we won't change anything up. Keep everything the same, and yeah, Elves does us in. I'm always tempted to bring in Starve Extinction, 5 and 2 red, 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, and destroy a land. Of course, that is pretty expensive, but flavor-wise, it is quite satisfying. Something, oh, definitely, I would consider, 2 sweepers, even though 2 does give us a good fighting chance against decks like this. I'd almost want to up it to 3 just to see it a touch more, because it is so impactful against those decks that you bring it in for. Fortunately, it seems like they don't have a Thoughtseize with what could be Rakdos Midrange. Oh, that is beautiful. We get off our Thunderherd Migration. We should be well on our way with the ramping side of things. At the very least, I would imagine we get one of these Topiary Stompers down next turn, if they Thoughtseize. But, speaking of board wipes, 3 damage, 2 damage, whatever it is, 3 damage specifically against Rakdos can be quite painful. Graveyard Trespasser has 3, Bone Crusher Giant, the Goblin and the Kiki-Jiki token. It is scary stuff indeed, but drawing that Marauding Raptor is quite nice, meaning we can go Marauding plus Topiary Stomper. Oh, it is going to be pretty nasty next turn, even if they kill stuff. It's going to be good. We'll get to 7 lands with the mountain we have, plus that other Topiary Stomper. So it's going to be nice having something with vigilance. Ooh. I think they might have a Stomp. Or they could have a Fatal Push. Marauding Raptor might have been killed either way. But on the off chance they had a Stomp, I'll just... we'll see. We'll see what happens. Back-to-back Fatal Pushes. That is not actually so bad. The crying Dino there, but... they're going to be crying pretty quick. Maybe they have another Thoughtseize. Oh, Liliana. I wonder. You know what? Ripjaw Raptor. I definitely want Topiary Stomper to be able to take out Liliana there, but now that I think about it, Shifting Ceratops would be a whole lot better. Just get her gone. Done. Haste, 5 damage. Don't ask questions. That's where it's at, and we just gotta hope that they don't have another Liliana in their hand. Oh, Anger of the Gods, absolutely. It does seem like meteors. I guess it is meteors in, well, most of the art. Or maybe it's a volcano exploding, perhaps. I think it might be a volcano that is kind of dropping those glowing embers in most versions of Anger of the Gods art. There's quite a few now, if I can remember correctly. Possibly we could get to drop Regisaur and Topiary Stomper. That would be nice. Well, it looks like they might not have Fatal Push. They didn't kill Shifting Ceratops right away. Okay, let's do it. 8 in total. Topiary, Regisaur. This is good. Oh, Volcanic Fallout. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully Volcanic Fallout does get reprinted. For anybody that doesn't know, 1 and 2 red can't be countered. 2 damage to each creature and each player. I have used Volcanic Fallout in the past to finish people off quite nicely. That was very satisfying indeed. That play was very satisfying. I was crossing my fingers for that final land. Castle Garenbrig getting us to 6 and 2 others making 8 in total. Mutavault, well, if we take out Mutavault, I'm perfectly okay with that. Pretty nice taking out a land. Okay, I thought for a second they'd use their reflection to block, but they're, like I said, oh, maybe they have a Bone Crusher in hand, so holding back that Marauding Raptor. Phew. Will they copy the Bone Crusher Giant right now? Oh. Maybe they have another Bone Crusher. You know what? Topiary Stomper. Let's see what they do. Regisaur Alpha could be a little bit better depending what we draw. Well, I think that might just lock it up right there. Whew. Devastating. They were bluffing, yes. Just maximum pressure. That should do the trick. Well, that does do the trick. That's lethal. If they don't use a Fatal Push, the other Bone Crusher does have to block. Oh, man, look at that. Perfection. Redeeming ourselves from that very painful mono green Elves. Huh. But speaking of Elves, sometimes you can catch them off guard if it's a sweeper that deals 2 damage at instant speed, but there is lots of lords, so you probably should just play it safe. Something for 3 damage. Yeah. Alright, Rakdos. Take out Inscription of Abundance. The Acroan War. I like that. Yeah. Hope for the best. I'm going to try out something different. Oftentimes I would take out Otepec Huntmaster. Whenever I learn I am facing a deck like this that kills it easily. But even though it doesn't seem like it makes sense, and maybe it doesn't in the long run, I'll keep using Huntmaster, keep it in, keep up the potential of nasty explosive starts with that haste and cost reduction to still catch them off guard, even in game 2. Ugh. Well, that's not going to do it. I mean, it's always a possibility of waiting and hoping for a second land to play Huntmaster, but that still might not get us ahead. It's definitely too crazy. I'm not going to keep that. Maybe if it was 2 Topiary Stompers instead of 2 Carnage Tyrants. Oh, not so great either. One more. Okay, there we go. We got something going on here. Send Shifting and Carnage to the bottom and hope that all these things survive. And we get a second source of green for Ripjaw. But it is definitely nice seeing, 2 Marauding Raptors. If they're both still sticking around, they both could ping Ripjaw, and then, man, that is going to be devastating. Now the question is, Fatal Push, Stomp? I'm going to try for Marauding. See what happens, and hope it's a Stomp that they had that mana for. Okay, painful. We've seen that before. Sheoldred's Edict, making us sacrifice a Carnage Tyrant whenever it is the only creature we have out, and there's the Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, I don't know, that's how you say it. Okay, Huntmaster plus Marauding. I was really hoping for that 3rd land. We got it, so I can still go those 2 and then Ripjaw next turn. That'd be lovely. I don't expect it to happen, though. To Stomp again. Maybe something else painful. Seems like they could kill it. They're pausing there for quite a bit. Well, certainly not block, and yeah, Ripjaw next turn should be good. Oh, beautiful. Hopefully we draw a card with this ping, and hopefully they don't just straight up kill Marauding Raptor. Or have removed. Oh, okay, we've got some valuable information. Oh, and we got the land. That is just perfect. Very valuable information right there. They didn't kill anything. They didn't kill Marauding. They didn't kill Ripjaw before it was pinged, drawing us a card. After that particular turn of events, things certainly are looking up. Sacrifice Marauding. Ripjaw could be a little bit more scary. Maybe they have some removal, but still, you got to think back. They didn't remove or kill either of those 2, so they probably don't have any other removal in hand, I would imagine. Definitely go with Topiary Stomper. Get to 5 lands. Attack with Ripjaw and see. I would expect maybe Mutavault and the Graveyard Trespasser are going to combine to block and kill it, but we still will draw a card from this scenario and take out a creature. Aha. Good stuff. Well, I know what I'm choosing. Actually, you know what? I kind of feel like Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, let's do Graveyard Trespasser. Ooh, Carnage Tyrant, which we can drop. next turn. But I am quite happy they don't have Shieldred out, because all those extra... Ugh. Well, I kind of jinxed myself. But we got that card draw underway before she dropped. So hopefully we get a Crowan War, steal Shieldred. Well, that's not the Crowan War, but... got to imagine Carnage Tyrant is going to be quite scary. Would have gone Regisaur Alpha instead, just to have 2 creatures out. But since I already have Topiary Stomper, hopefully they don't make us... Oh, okay. They got tons of lands. That's alright. Nuts. Interesting. Yeah, you can see here. Oh, there it is. The Crowan War, folks. Beautiful stuff. That is where it's at. That is like a game ender in this particular scenario. Yoink. That's one way to deal with her. Whew. Fantastic. Oh, make it a feature already. Okay. Well, I'm just going to smack Liliana, try to. Take her down to 1 if both those things wanted to block and take out Carnage Tyrant, and we take out a land. And they're going to continue to be chipped away. We don't have anything to discard. Perfectly fine. So the discarding portion of Liliana, not a problem. Ooh, a land. That is not going to help him. And Shieldred is going to kill herself. When we give Shieldred back, she will be tapped, Death Touch, deal damage to herself. That is quite lovely indeed. Okay, took out Liliana, took out Shieldred. Beautiful. Was it a tab? Oh. Huh, maybe I miscalculated there. I thought it went back to them. And then did its thing. No, that's okay. I will get Topiary Stomper online. Odd. Maybe I misplayed it or something. I could have sworn because she was tapped and it went back to them, she killed herself. Who knows? Hopefully we get another one at some point here. It's kind of painful just drawing lands at this point. Oh, no, we can't attack. That might do it for us. Shieldred should have been dead. Yeah, nothing you can do when you just keep drawing lands. I guess mainly it's the creature you steal you don't kill because it untaps and then it gives it back to them. It's mainly for all the creatures that attacked from the opponent's side. You block with some stuff so you kill creatures and then whatever creatures were left over would die at that point. But yeah, the one thing you steal doesn't get killed. Yeah, that's all right. JDX, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. A little bit better than, well, how things are going at the moment. Ripjaw, yeah, I'll keep it in. Get Ripjaw down, but also steal Shieldred, so well, the card drawing is not so painful, not painful at all. Start gaining back some life. Hopefully. Hey, I can work with that. Don't have to mulligan twice, which is nice. Plenty of lands, plenty of ramp. Huntmaster, fire out something nice and imposing like that Ripjaw. Maybe they don't have Shieldred down super early, so Ripjaw will be a nice, scary thing for them. Army of chess openings. Oh, good stuff. I guess you can never play too much chess. Or in my case, too many dinos. Dinos for days, years, decades, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. I imagine it's going to be Thunderherd Migration. I mean, we can't go with it next turn at the moment. Don't have a dino. That's alright. Hopefully we get something that isn't ramp or land. We should. I mean, we got Carnage, Tyrranax, Ripjaw, all that good stuff. No, Marauding. Well, that is quite nice indeed, but play it safe. Pay 1, pretend like I don't have a dino. Get that stable ramp, get to 5 next turn, possibly in range of Carnage Tyrant. What we have seen Shieldred's Edict could be painful, especially if they have another one, or Lillian of the Veil, of course. Not a fun time. Well, we'll try for Huntmaster plus Marauding this turn and get something nice. Excuse me, coming up. Oh, discarding 2 lands. That definitely helped them, I would imagine. T-Rex would have been nice at this point. Ripjaw, well, that's good. Very good stuff indeed. Maybe they were saving another Fatal Push for something like this. More impactful. Yeah, or just fantastic removal like that. Where's that Carnage turned when you need it? We should be seeing it any turn now. Got 4 copies. Stealing Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, I was about to say, that is pretty nice. Huh, I like that. That might be okay. Yes, well, that's okay. Shieldred, you know, she keeps other things in check, maybe too many things in check, unfortunately. But yeah, well, I'll play around her, play against her, steal her with the Crowan War, that sort of thing, and hope for the best. Hope for a Carnage Tyrant next turn, maybe copy it with Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, and oh my goodness, they have a lot of treasures. That's pretty. Not really what I need. Well, we'll go with Thunderherd Migration and get a land. You'd think with all these lands that we're seeing, we got something like 25, 26, but no, it is still 21, unfortunately. That's all right, we'll get her done. Do the best, hope this reflection survives, but I think there's a pretty good chance it might not. Well, that is a shifting, and we take out that token. Hive of the Eye Tyrant, though, I would imagine finishes us off, plus that Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, no. Well, that's alright. That's alright. Too many lands, but it does happen to everybody. However many you're using, 18, 19, 24, 27. Maybe something with Wayward Swordtooth. Playing an additional land each turn, kind of having a bunch of lands to increase the potential of playing a bunch. Yeah, well, that was pretty good. Fantastic game 1 there, but game 2, painful. Where's that Azorius Control? Or those spirits? Either one. Whew. We'll get them. Fcino. Something black related, I think. Hey, oh, fantastic. That is beautiful. Oh, okay, back to back. Rakdos Midrange, maybe, and a Thoughtseize. Pain and suffering. JDX, maybe you are my bad luck charm. I'm kidding. You're not actually my bad luck charm, but perhaps I will break my all-time record of 4 Rakdos Midrange. Oh, nope, this is not Rakdos. This is Jund. Still very painful, Jund. I mean, back-to-back Thoughtseizes is never fun for anyone. You know what that calls for. That's okay, though. We got Topiary, we got Domri. We'll be fighting and killing some stuff. Nice stable ramp, getting us to that Regis or Alpha next turn if it makes sense to do so. But just taking somebody out. We're still in a pretty good position, I think. They only have 2 Thoughtseizes left. So you gotta look on the positive side of things. Questing Beast. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of painful. But we'll take that out in the quick fashion, certainly. Domri for 3, 2, Nah, just drop the Questing Beast. Don't ask questions, and hope they don't also have something with haste next turn. Hope they don't have another copy of Questing Beast, I should say. Yeah, maybe a Stomp on Domri. Could see that happening. Assassin's Trophy. Well, that is certainly very exciting, I must say. So we still get ramps 1 ahead, as Domri would have done. Yeah. Thunderherd Migration will reveal this Regis or Alpha, even though, you know, maybe Ripjaw is already revealed. Use up all the mana we can, and next turn just slam somebody good, hoping that, well, it's just all removal and discard. But if it is all removal and discard, well, they don't have any creatures. Eventually they're going to run out of removal and discard. My goodness. Tyrranax Rex would be good, especially against Jund with all their answers going away. I think there's a very good chance Ripjaw is going to do the trick. I guess not. Sadly. They just keep killing everything. Hey, there we go. We just draw bodies finally. Eventually, one of these games, we got to draw something other than just lands and lands and lands. Yeah, they're not going to do a whole lot in this particular game. Maybe they have Extinction Event or... Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. But I like the feeling of Tyrranax Rex. Switch that with Shifting Ceratops. There is nothing blue related or counter spells. The Acrone War, they could have some big, painful, nasty things. The Questing Beast, that'd be pretty sweet to steal. Yeah, I like that, especially because it has Vigilance, so if they attack with it and then we stole it next turn, it would be untapped, and it has haste, so we can use it the turn we steal it. Likely. I like that. Inscription of Abundance? Yeah, it could be good. But Inscription, you know, it gets rid of a creature with fighting. We need a creature. A Crone War, in a sense, gets rid of their creature, and we gain a creature. And we hopefully take out creatures afterwards when they all have to attack. I like the Crone War. I think it's going to shine in this game coming up here. I got a good feeling about this. That's fantastic. I mean, hopefully they don't have 3 Thoughtseizes. There's a pretty low chance of that, but it's not unheard of. I've had it happen to me before. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 with 2 more Thoughtseize. Pain. But seems like they might not have any. Oh, what you do? Oh, Paradise Druid. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We got that nice Thunderherd Migration at least. Plenty of lands. Topiary Stomper as well. We'll get to good old T-Rex. All but guaranteed, as long as, again, they don't have Thoughtseize coming up. Attacking with the Paradise Druid. My goodness. Interesting. Topiary Stomper. We'll get it down just in case, you know, we get to 7 lands and maybe we haven't played Ripjaw Alpha, something like that. Still be able to attack with Topiary Stomper because he will have been around since the start of our turn. Urabrask. Oh, that guy. Not too worried about it. And we'll exile the top card. We'll play the top. Yeah, we need to pay 2 life. Take the ping. Beautiful stuff. Smack them. For 8. Maybe they have to sink in a lot of mana to target Tyrranax Rex there, but, well, hopefully we're safe. I feel like we might be, even though we're at 12. We will be able to attack with Topiary next turn. We could have that previous turn 2 for Thunderherd Migration, followed by maybe playing some other stuff, but I just really wanted T-Rex down as soon as possible. Interesting. Oh, yeah, they have lethal. What am I thinking? But they don't have lethal. Oh, my math is off. Math is for blockers, and I just goofed. They only had 10. I thought they had with the 2. Still would have been pretty painful, though. Oops. I'm crying. Crying inside. But seeing Glorybringer, I don't really like that. I want to potentially take it out with Inscription of Abundance. That would be good indeed. Trim Galta. 2 Huntmasters. I think that should be good. Ouch. Oh, that looks good. It's nice. I did cut 2 Otepecs, but seeing one of the 2 copies that are still in, plus a bunch of good lands there, Domri, Ripjaw Alpha, I'm liking our chances. Cross my fingers we get to redeem. Well, we're saying goodbye to Huntmaster. If they don't get rid of Huntmaster, perhaps they have that Fatal Push for it, or Stomp from Bone Crusher Giant. Okay, interesting. Oh, another Thoughtseize. Well, bound to happen. Pretty good chance. Yeah, definitely. Carplucin. Oh, you know I'm going with Topiary Stomper. Get to 4, possibly 5 next turn. Maybe going with Inscription of Abundance, depending what they play. But at the very least, they got to be kind of scared at this point. Liliana making a sacrifice Topiary, unfortunately. Not good. Oh, stomping grounds. I do like that, I must say. Alright. If all goes well, we could see T-Rex next turn. If we get a land, if Domri survives, Liliana going to make us discard this Inscription of Abundance. Abundance. Ooh. Play another Liliana, force us to discard Tyrranax Rex. Well, that could happen. At least they don't have another Thoughtseize. Ooh, that was painful, but Regis or Alpha is also painful. Taking out this, that's where it's at. Haste, lots of it. Get the job done. The Acroanmore, well, that is good too. Yeah, well, we'll just yoink, steal them. Oh, whew. I had a sneaky suspicion the Acroanmore would be very good and impactful in this matchup, and it certainly was. Wow, the deciding factor. Big time. We still couldn't have played Tyrranax Rex, unfortunately. Then we dropped that. Done. I love it. I was a little bit scared though. It's always scary facing multiple Thoughtseizes back to back. You hope they run out of gas. You hope you draw gas to replace what they got rid of. Whew. That's good. Hopefully I get to see a Phyrexian Obliterator deck at some point tonight. It would be nice to steal that. Have their own Phyrexian Obliterator attack into ours, and then, well, they have to sacrifice a bunch of stuff. I guess we would have to sacrifice 5. Either way, it would be painful. Oh, Dimir Control. Possibly. Now, I don't have anything that Huntmaster is going to accelerate out, so usually in all these scenarios I just reveal a dino, get the nice stable ramp. But if maybe I had Shifting Ceratops instead of Carnage Tyrant, possibly could have played Huntmaster, but seeing what deck it is, I don't like the looks of it. The chances that Huntmaster is going to die to a wide variety of stuff, not a pretty sight. At the very least, you know, we probably get Regis or Alpha next turn, I would imagine. Hopefully. Eventually. Okay. No fatal push. Well, folks, that is very, very exciting indeed. They got to be at least a little bit scared. We can't play Carnage Tyrant yet, but they don't see those 2 lands we have. So maybe they think they have another 2 turns or something. Oh, wait, what did I just see? I thought I saw some vehicle go to the graveyard, making me think it might be Greasefang. Not the case. A little bit too late to kill Huntmaster. Should have done it before. Censor. They thought they could counter it. Of course, you can try to counter something that can't be countered, but that counter spell is just going to fizzle and do nothing. Castle Garenbreg. Oh, yeah. Regis or Alpha. They're tapped out. We can at least get a swing with the token. Hopefully Regis or next turn, but I'm liking this. definitely with shifting, I would imagine things are not going to go so well next turn. Even if only they took out Regisaur Alpha, we still would have lethal with shifting and the token there. Oh, but Ripjaw, or Marauding as well. That might do it. Maybe. Maybe they have a counter spell. It would be nice. Use their final 2 to try and save themselves, potentially. Maybe they're sad they use their sensor and they're just waiting around. That's got to do it, though. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Eventually. Okay, I like this. Showcasing why this particular list, lots of uncounterable stuff, shifting, Carnage, Tyrranax Rex, that's in the sideboard, but that's definitely coming in. Ripjaw, we'll switch Ripjaw with Tyrranax Rex like I mentioned at the start of tonight. If there's some scenario, some deck where they don't have a lot of creatures, nothing much to fight, switch these guys, pretty basic, pretty straightforward. But we didn't really see any creatures. Switch Inscription of Abundance for something. Possibly tweak the sideboard here. Maybe have something ramp related, something else that helps the creatures not be countered. There are some options. Because, well, worst case scenario, putting 2 counters on a creature, kind of okay, but still not so great. Rampaging Frostodon. 1 Rending Volley. Maybe to take out a decent sized flying shark from Shark Typhoon if that happens to be seen, or drop some black based creature down within range, or just straight up take it out. Maybe Shieldred is causing us trouble. Pretty interesting, we're seeing our only copy of it, but yeah, Shieldred is troublesome with 5 toughness, but we'll see. You're back. Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Took down Dimir Control in classic, stunning fashion that first game. Oh, they were not feeling too good. Wasting a sensor on Carnage Tyrant. Again, you can use counter spells on things that can't be countered, but they just fizzle. Hopefully, Thunderherd Migration happens. If it doesn't, I mean, we have another one in hand. Sensor this time. Aha, okay, yes. That you can counter. Yeah. People thought Shieldred was absolute garbage, not good, doesn't have an enter the battlefield effect, has to stick around many turns to gain good value. But, yeah, that is certainly not the case. I think a lot of people evaluated Shieldred not quite right. At the very least, they are tapped out, so we can do whatever we want coming up. Boseiju. I mean, maybe if they drop a Shark Typhoon, that could be quite nice, using this to take it out. Topiary, yeah. Thunderherd, maybe. You know what, I'm going to go Boseiju instead, and go Topiary Stomper, just because I can safely do so. I know they can't counter it whatsoever. That feels pretty nice. Maybe a Castle Gamer break next turn, getting us to 6 for good old Carnage Tyrant. That's okay. Wait. Oh. Sacrifice of quiz. Oh, they just wasted their Shieldred's Edict, I guess. Maybe they chose the wrong mode. Huh. Odd. Very odd. Not sure what happened there. I'll take it. I made those mistakes as well. The auto tapper messing me up. It happened actually a few times today playing on my phone. I had 2 mountains and some forests, but for whatever reason, the auto tapper used both mountains. I wanted to play Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor back to back, but it tapped both mountains for Huntmaster, and then I'm left with no source of red for Marauding. That was not fun. Not at all. Guess we'll stretch a little bit and listen to the good tunes. Perhaps I should check that they're still going, but I imagine you guys would let me know if that was the case. Yes. Okay. Speaking of tunes, I have been thinking of, tossing in some super heavy upbeat stuff. Maybe playing something nice and upbeat during times like this. Keep you guys awake, because it definitely puts you to sleep. I almost put myself to sleep whenever I look back and watch these. At least get the chapters done. Okay, that's pretty good. Hold on a second. Use both those mountains. Come on. Smarten up here. Hopefully shifting does the trick. I feel just pretty safe going with this. Could have gone Thunderherd Migration plus Rampaging Ferocidon. Set up for Carnage turn next turn. But I can play shifting and give it haste, so I thought that would be quite nice as well. One day here. But you can see Shifting Ceratops, use it in the main. Don't look back, don't ask questions, and appreciate the wins you get against decks that have lots of counter spells, blue-based stuff, spirits, Dimir, Azorius, but again, with Dimir, very painful with all those sacrificing thingamajigs. Well, maybe Azorius coming up. Would be nice to have at least one Azorius a night. Instantly finding the match. Huh. Wonder what that means. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. 3 lands, 2 Huntmasters, possibly hasty Ripjaw, turn 3. If this is something aggressive, maybe it is with the Vorinclex avatar there. Mono red. Of course, Ripjaw Raptor can be quite scary against decks like that. Maybe they're wondering why we instantly kept their... excuse me. I should have drank more coffee, my goodness. But they're wondering, we instantly kept. Perhaps they're scared because we got a hand that is just so good we didn't even have to think about it. Hopefully that's the case. And it is definitely nice seeing at least one copy of Castle Garenbreak, possibly the deciding factor that helps us get to Galta eventually. Greasefang, Angels. Hopefully we see that Shifting Ceratops. I think it's going to be Angels. I'd be surprised if I actually didn't see a Greasefang. I faced it twice. No, 3 times. 3 times today. And after not really facing it much at all, ever. Usually maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, but I guess it kind of feels like Greasefang is gaining in popularity. Boy. Okay. Not the end of the world here. We'll still keep doing some good stuff, maybe having superior aggression with all these bodies we're about to smack them with. Regisaur and Ripjaw. Gonna attack with both. I don't care if I take out either one. I didn't think so. They both would have had to double block, and if we took out Righteous Valkyrie, oh, that would have been perfect. I don't think they're going to attack us this turn. I would be surprised if that was the case. Okay, well, things just got interesting here. Boom. Shifting. Love it. Galta. Love it. That is where it's at. Give Shifting... Oh, wow. Wow, look at that, folks. Sometimes you don't need rampaging to take down that deck, but I must say it was nice getting that early Ripjaw again. Having something that is quite a bit cheaper than Tyrranax Rex, which I was often previously using. Just a good body. They don't want to block it if they can't kill it, but if they block it, you know, we get some draw, which is always good. Take out a creature. Very, very nice indeed. But Rending Volley, 100%. That's what I'm looking for. Inscription of Abundance, well, definitely switch Inscription with Rending Volley. That should take out things quite easily and quite a bit more cheaply. And we don't need a creature for this. Very good stuff. I mean, Galta certainly was a fantastic thing in that match. Carnage terms, yeah. Domri, maybe. You know what? I'm gonna trim 3 Carnage Tyrants. I like the thought of that. Maybe 1 copy of Galta, but I definitely wanted to keep both copies in just to increase the chance of seeing her as much as possible. Seems like we might be able to still make some good stuff happen. Now, there's a very fantastic looking hand. No Rending Volley or Rampaging Frostodon, but definitely a keeper. Certainly seeing this 4th land here, quite reasonable. It certainly could have been a lot worse than that. And there's still a pretty decent chance that, you know, we get to a Rending Volley eventually, or a Rampaging. 7 things that could help us big time. Mainly that Rampaging Frostodon, but Rending Volley, 4 damage to target white creature. Ugh, Righteous Valkyrie out of range from Rending Volley, unfortunately, so this could maybe be it, sadly. Especially if they go another Righteous Valkyrie or Collected Company coming up here. Portable Hole tends to do the trick. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That's alright though. And maybe the Acroan War. I've never tried it against Selesnya Angels, but stealing something big and nasty that was gaining them a lot of life, powering up those creatures like the Righteous Valkyrie. That's another way to deal with things, but this hand will not deal with them because it's got no lands. I mean, it is slightly better. My goodness, that's about the same as the first one. I'll keep it. Very good chance we should see at least the second one for Thunderherd. Get us to 3. We got a Source of Red for Rending Volley quite nicely. Nothing too crazy that they do on turn 1, so we can pretty safely have Stomping Ground enter tapped. Oh, phew, good stuff, good stuff. Definitely pay that too. Reveal Topiary. I won't reveal Rampaging. We'll probably be playing it next turn, but no. Maybe that could have changed what they do if we had revealed the ultimate shutdown creature against this deck. If they play Giada, she's dead. Bishop of Wings. You know what, I'm going to go with Topiary Stomper, just in case they have Skyclave Apparition, something like that. I want to keep Rampaging preserved as much as I can. We'll see what they drop this turn, if it is nasty. Gain 4 life. No. That's what I want to take out. Phew. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Here goes nothing, rampaging, and crossing our fingers it's not Skyclave Apparition. Oh, I jinxed myself, folks. I jinxed myself big time. Ugh. Painful. Yeah, you know, at the very least we got Huntmaster plus Ripjaw. Hopefully seeing another Rending Volley at some point, or as long as Huntmaster sticks around, Carnage Tyrant, Hasty next turn. Huh. Ooh, another one. Yikes. My goodness. I was worried about... oh, and Portable Hole. You gotta be kidding. Nuts. A sweeper would be nice, you know. Skyclave's getting us a... Yeah, well, I can't do anything with 5 lands at the moment. Okay, well, we got something good. That could get us to Galta. This could do us in, though. We'll see. Depending what they get. Hopefully Elves. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. They got lucky getting both those Skyclave apparitions, even the first one. Yeah, then we had some stuff, but it was not enough. So you can see, Rampaging Frostodon sometimes isn't even... Well, you need more than that. 4 copies just to see it as often as possible, and then something else just to stop them. Anything. But a big damage sweeper. Something for 4 would be pretty good. Hitting the Righteous Valkyrie with 4 toughness there. Taking it out. Very nice indeed. And this, I must say, is a very nice hand. 3 lands Marauding. We get to Topiary. If Marauding happens to go down, no matter what, we've got our 2 sources of green for Topiary Stomper. Ooh, what do we got going on here? Jeskai Control. 5 color. Something control related, but you know, things should go good. We have a Shifting Ceratops already. If we're going to be staring down a lot of counter spells, and then Carnage Tyrant coming up, so you know, the package of 4 Shifting, 4 Carnage should be quite scary, I would imagine. Of course, Tyrranax Rex is very nice. Ripjaw Raptor might not be doing a whole lot for us in this particular case. I'll try for Marauding. Yeah, I expect a counter spell. That's okay. We still got some good stuff coming up. The Censor, not so bad. If they hadn't done that to Marauding, it would have been really good getting Shifting. Hopefully, really good getting Topiary Stomper. Back to back. Oh, okay. That's alright. We drew out those counter spells. We know they don't have a whole lot in hand, and we have a 4th land at least allowing us for that Shifting. Oh, and getting 6 coming up soon. Oh. Well, I'll go with this, and we'll see if they start quaking in their boots. Shifting Ripjaw, I couldn't have attacked with either one, but Shifting hopefully is at least a little bit more durable. We get an attack off with it, something like that. Of course, Inscription of Abundance, not so nice against control, but still, we can slap those counters and do a little bit more damage, potentially. Maybe they sweep us. Not so bad. We got 5 getting to Regisaur. I'm going to pay the 2 life. Try playing Ripjaw for 4 and see what that draws out. Feel like it could be Wandering Emperor. Let's see if it is. Nah. That's alright. We drew it out. Maybe they would have done something else and still held that Wandering Emperor back. Maybe they make a samurai. We fight that samurai with Ripjaw, drawing a card. Pretty sweet. Or we just attack with Ripjaw. Or Regisaur, Alpha. Hasty with the token there. Oh, Galta. Must admit, Galta would be nice. Let's try for another one. They have another Wandering Emperor, perhaps. I saw them looking at it. Oh, this is getting interesting. Where's that Carnage Tyrant? Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, March of Otherworldly Light on Ripjaw. I like that. 5 to exile a creature. Pretty good stuff. But it seems like they might have a sweeper. Hopefully that's not the case. We got 2 Regisaur Alphas now, so if that doesn't draw something out, I don't know what will. Okay. Oh, 2. They don't have 2 basic, or they don't have a basic land to discard, so it looks... okay, good stuff. Take out the Wandering Emperor. Don't ask questions. I figured maybe they could do something for 2, so throw everything at them. See what we can make happen. A sweeper. Farewell. That's okay. That's okay. Quite alright. Can't do a whole lot for 1, I would imagine. If they don't take out either of those, Galta next turn. Lovely stuff. Oh, I see. Well, we still get to smack them with the token here, possibly slap on the 2 counters with Inscription of Abundance. See another Shifting, Carnage Tyrant, something at some point. I'll actually play both Huntmasters and hope they just don't have another sweeper. Both Huntmasters could be a deciding factor getting Galta. Narset could, well, probably will get something painful for him. Hopefully that's not the case. Shark Typhoon. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Well, well, well. Things certainly did get interesting. 5, 12, we can hit them for 15. Can we do a little bit more somehow, some way? Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, Galta it is. Hasty. Let's go. As much damage as humanly possible and cross our fingers. 1. Ooh, my goodness. Huntmaster had only chipped away a little bit. Hope it's not a sweeper. No sweeper. No sweeper. Oh, Wandering Emperor certainly, probably getting rid of Galta, unfortunately. Would have been nice to use it with a fully kicked Inscription, gaining 12 life or something, putting counters on somebody. Very nice indeed. Now we may be able to take him out next turn with the Huntmasters. Maybe not. Okay. Shifting Ceratops. Crossing our fingers. We've seen 1 get exiled, so there's still 3. Plus, good chance on Carnage. Carnage Tyrant? Yeah, we haven't seen a Carnage Tyrant yet. My goodness, where is it? We're already 17 cards in. Not even 1 of the 4 Carnage Tyrants. That would be quite devastating. Oh, well, we don't need Castle Garenbreak. Okay. Well, smack them, do the best we can, because, oof. Slap some counters on this. Target me. Target this and that thing. Just so that we can take out one shark. It's about the best we can do in that situation, unfortunately. We can get him with shifting. I'll still hold out hope. Basically, it's just shifting at this point. Possibly, shifting would do it. Fly past the sharks and the giant, all of the storm giants. It's a slim chance, but it's definitely not no chance. Well, that's not shifting. Hopefully they'll counter it, but within the deck, increase the chance. Oh, what's this? Oh, hopefully it's not shifting. Not shifting. Oh, I guess we can't draw an extra card because we already drew a card. So Gyre Reach with Narset there. They pay 2, each player draws a card, but we can't draw more than one a turn because of Narset's ability. Oh my goodness. Top deck of shifting. Scene 1. There's 3 more. Gotta play more sharks. We got 1 turn, 2 turns. 5, 0. 1 turn, 1 turn. Gotta draw shifting. Coming up here. Shifting. Shifting. Oh my goodness. Did we just do it, folks? Oh boy. Oh. What? You gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. That's BS. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, so the card we drew, they activated this to make us discard the card. We can't draw an extra card because we already drew it. So they permanently make us discard every single card we draw for the turn. That's garbage. Nonsense. That's the first time I've faced it, but oh my gosh, I hate that. That's bull. Bull. Rampaging Frostodon, I guess. Well, I know what I'm going to be killing on site every single time. Yeah, I could see, I could definitely see Field of Ruin for sure. Certainly after something like that. Yeah, I'm going to be thinking up something to hose that nonsense. Big time. My goodness. Probably Field of Ruin, which, would help against Nykthos, various man lands if they tap a bunch of mana to make it a land, take it out. Yeah, that's public enemy number 1, I must say. My goodness. Well, I know what land I want to take out. coming up. Hopefully we don't have to use it, but no. Smack him for one. Maybe that 1 point of damage will make all the difference. Hopefully. Oh boy. Imagine they have a counter spell. It would have been nice to go Regisaur Alpha and or Carnage turn at some point, but it seems pretty good. I'll go with Boseiju. Got to play it eventually, and we could draw that 5th land next turn, getting us to Tyrranax Rex if Huntmaster is still sticking around. I think they're setting up for something painful. Oh, okay. Nuts. They got the thing. Okay. Well, Topiary Stomper. I'll try and get to that 5th land and kill you-know-who. I feel like the Wandering Emperor is about. Play that Narset and watch her die to Regisaur Alpha. Supreme Verdict. Bound to happen, definitely. But we got more lands. I'll go with Regisaur Alpha. They're mostly tapped out. Not going to be doing a whole lot to all this. If they don't have another sweeper, it might be lights out next turn. We have enough to play Tyrranax Rex. That's going to be fantastic. Doesn't matter what they do. Smack them. Oh, it is. They certainly are. But again, I'll never... Well, I'll keep it in mind. It was unfortunate, but it's a lesson learned with Gaia Reach, Sanitarium there, and Narset. You never draw a card ever again. My goodness. There's countering everything you play, but then there's just never doing anything. Kind of tempted to go Carnage turn. You know what? Let's just smack them with T-Rex. Hope for the best. They can probably spend enough to kill him, pay that ward 4. If they can't, yeah, we'll see. I think so. They could have had some white-based removal for Shifting Ceratops, so it wasn't completely over, but yeah, I think that was possibly the only way. Wandering Emperor, they can't exile it. They have to pay 4. I think we got them. They goofed up. Okay, payback for that first game. Beautiful. I listened to my gut and I played this guy. Oh, done for. Play Carnage turn just because I can. Lights out. Trample. Dead. Okay. Oh. You can see why I love Tyrranax Rex starting out with it. Of course, Ripjaw Raptor, absolutely good for nothing in game 1. Maybe. Potentially, it would be better to start out with Ripjaw instead of Tyrranax Rex, because... Oh. Okay. Alright. Let's get her done. That would have been pretty cool to win with the Shifting Ceratops, though, flying past all the sharks and the Hall of the Storm Giant. I think so. I think so. That's a pretty good thing. I think it's a decent size of decks you could potentially face. So it is a very nice thing for dinos, I must say. T-Rex, Shifting, Carnage Taunt. That's my favorite. Now, the question is, would they maybe counter someone, something? Marauding can be nice, but I'll try with Thunderherd Migration. Reveal, Marauding. Thunderherd maybe is a little bit less threatening. Maybe it happens. Hopefully it happens. Okay. They could have killed Marauding as well, and we would have not been ahead. Yeah, if this isn't a control player's nightmare, I don't know what is. And there we see the thing we're going to kill as soon as humanly possible. Which shouldn't be too far away. We got Marauding plus Topiary Stomper, Hasty with Regisaur next turn. If everybody sticks around, it's going to be a lot of damage. Rampaging plus Regisaur Alpha is going to be nasty indeed. Hopefully they don't get a sweeper. They're not at 4 lands yet. They could still have that 4th land in their hand and sweep us, but even if they do that, we still take out Narset. Interesting. Castle Garenbrig, very, very good indeed. Forward. It almost tapped my 2 sources of... No, 2... Let me think. Maybe I can't do that. 6, 5... no, I would need still 2. 3 in total. Yeah, that doesn't exactly work. Almost could have played Rampaging plus Regisaur Alpha this turn. March Featherweirdly Light certainly going to be taking out this little token here. That's guaranteed. Yeah, Marauding. I could see that. That's something I've never really done a whole lot. Take out Marauding in particular scenarios, matchups like this. Something I'll keep in mind. I just haven't tried it yet. Ugh, Fateful Absence. Well, we got plenty of lands, plenty of ramp. Mountain does mean Rampaging Regisaur next turn, and we turn on Topiary Stomper, so we don't have to worry about Wandering Emperor possibly exiling that guy. So it could get very nice indeed. Okay. Hey, no, that is... it's nice to know. Nice to play with. Oh, no. See, almost got us there. Got to tap all our forests. Nice to have somebody who also plays control watching this. Certainly. I'll have to think about that. Oftentimes I've just always left in Marauding Raptor no matter what I'm facing. All the time. Yeah. Hopefully they don't do anything to Regisaur. See what happens to Rampaging. Maybe they counter it, but maybe they don't have removal for the token. Okay. It seems like we're pretty safe to take out Narset. Phew. Gotta reach Sanitarium there, though. Almost made me lose my sanity. My goodness. Oh. Perfect. Hopefully they don't have another sweeper. Oh, okay. No. I understand, yeah. I got you now. Marauding's probably just going to go down to lots of stuff. I'll leave it out. It can be pretty explosive paired with Marauding and then followed by Regis or Alpha for a lot of... Oh! Shark Typhoon after... Ouch, this is painful stuff. I would not have expected double. Oh, but T-Rex. Rex. Just smack him. Is that it? Close. 1. Oh boy, here goes nothing. Oh, what is it? Oh, there's the Shifting Ceratops. Revenge. Ultimate revenge. We got him. Oh boy. Man. Fantastic stuff. I don't see a way out. They only have one thing in their hand. And Shifting flies right past those. Oh. Still doesn't matter. Good game. That's not Settle the Wreckage. On the top lineups. This is why Shifting Ceratops is the all-star. Good stuff. Oof. Yeah, no, I paused for a second there. I was like, wait a second. They might. They might have it. Oh. Okay. Yes, it was a good game, for sure. Okay, let's see if it's another control. But, hey, at the very least, I did learn my lesson. Dire Reach Sanitarium. Don't lose your sanity and take out Narset Parter of Veils. Well. Yikes. Guess it probably would be good if I started playing Pioneer a little bit more. I've added some more cards, bought some more cards for that, and looking to start tournament practice on Magic Online and maybe do some challenges, leagues, whatever they're called. Yeah, definitely. Definitely felt, yeah, pretty unlikely. Oh. What do we have going on here? Huh. Well, if it is Gruul Aggro something that involves Embercleave, I think we might be staring down an Embercleave at some point. So, Boseiju, well, that could be shining quite nicely. Hopefully Marauding survives, but still, we would get Topiary Stomper no matter what. Quite a few lands. Definitely get to Carnage Tyrant eventually. Inscription of Abundance actually would be fantastic for us. Get that Stomping Ground down just because we're not going to be using the extra one if we paid 2 life to have it untapped. And there's Carney T next turn. And just hopefully no Embercleave. Okay. Well, they still have 2 red. Embercleave. Or a Stomp on Marauding. I wanted to preserve Marauding Raptor there. Okay, no, that is also very good stuff. Atarka Red, as they call it. Gruul Atarka, Gruul Aggro. Yeah. When you've only done Marauding and a Topiary, that's not enough to get the job done against this. Lots of little creatures, pump them up. A lot of you guys likely have seen this deck or used it. But tough stuff indeed. A lot of lands, my goodness, but certainly Ripjaw should be quite stunning. Shifting, nice. Carnage Tyrant, well, we need to be killing their things. steal it with the Acroan War. You know, but that could be pretty devastating as well. I think I like that. Alright. I'd rather the Acroan War, something we could fairly easily play sooner than Carnage Tyrant. They lose a creature, we gain a creature. Ugh. Well, that's not going to gain us any wins right there. Oh, not that. Oh, my goodness. It's going downhill. Alright, we found something. Keepable-ish. Domri turn 3 does get us to 4 for Ripjaw there, at least. And a Thunderherd Migration. Well, the luck has been answered. Fantastic. Ripjaw on turn 3 does change things quite a bit. Then Domri the turn after, flipping things. That's exactly what we want to do against this deck. 100%. Oh, devastating. They haven't played an elf turn 1, which is nice. They don't get to steal our Ripjaw with their own Acroan. Okay, Burning Hands. Not bad. We draw a card. Decent-ish. We'll just play another one. And hope they don't have another Burning Hands. I could fight stuff, but I think we're going to ramp with Domri. Get a source of red. Play Huntmaster. Not attack with Ripjaw. And just so we only have to worry about the Phoenix chick hitting Domri. Next turn, hopefully going Galta, gain a bunch of life, that sort of thing. Oh, just okay. They knew it was over. Seemed like they stumped a little bit in the land department. But still. I'll take it. Hopefully seeing that Inscription of Abundance early on, that is going to be very nice, gaining a bunch of life. Quite helpful, or, well, I mean, we're seeing it early, but that's not a keeper. Gaining life, putting counters on Ripjaw possibly to help it survive through combat and that sort of thing. Okay, we found something. You know what? I kind of feel like shifting. We'll steal something big, possibly that they play, but for the most part it is just a lot of small stuff. Okay, that's looking good. One more. We get the Acroan War. Oh, and Inscription. I'm liking this. We'll see what we draw next turn. If it's Ripjaw, that's going to be lovely. Going Marauding for 1, Ripjaw for 2 green. If Huntmaster is still alive, that is. Now we gotta take it, unfortunately. Another Huntmaster, my goodness. Okay. Take another 2, Marauding for 1, and keep the 2 back for Inscription of Abundance. Possibly use that Huntmaster to block somebody big. Or Inscription to maybe save Marauding from Obliterating Bolt. Huntmaster from Stomp. Oh. You know what? I'm going to let it happen. I want to use Marauding to trade with the Monastery Swift Spear. Lovely. And we keep that power around. It stays a fantastic 4-5. We got Baseju, but of course You know, we're going to need it for the Acroan War at some point here. I'd rather steal Bone Crusher Giant next turn anyways. Guess I could have played Huntmaster. Well, no, I couldn't have played Huntmaster. I thought I only had, well, no Marauding Raptors. Steal whatever big thing they play this turn if they play anything big. I like it. Fantastic having that Marauding at 5 toughness. Okay, I think that's what it's got to be. Take one of these, and I don't like being at 5, I must say. An Inscription of Abundance at some point here would be nice. Another Acroan War, okay. We'll steal the Phoenix Trick. Lovely. Attack with this Marauding, I imagine that Etchings of Kumano might block. Okay, so they would attack with that one, we'd block with our copy, the one that we stole, and hopefully we don't die. Oh, that tends to do the trick, sadly. Yeah, nuts. Lovely stuff from Gruul Aggro. Should have listened to my gut and held back that Marauding Raptor being so low, unfortunately. Yeah, that's alright. One more match coming up. At the very least. Spirits. But definitely gaining life. You can see how that would have been pretty devastating, negating some of that early aggression, especially if we had a big creature. Of course, Galta, 12 life, possibly 14 if we put those counters on her. Devastating. Ugh, that is not a nice looking hand at all. Ugh. My goodness. Okay, hey, we got something. We're rolling. I was thinking about saving one of those Regis or Alphas, but Thunderherd turn 2. Oh, Rakdos. Again. Going to be pretty painful, especially Rakdos going first. I mean, anything going first is not a fun time. At least we can go with Thunderherd Migration here. It's not nothing. Rakdos Sacrifice with the Cauldron Familiar. You don't see that too often. We'll be seeing Witch's Oven come down at some point. Fortunately, they didn't play that turn 1, and that is no fun. And at the very least, they can't take out Shifting. They don't have a Treasure or Source of Black meet the requirement of Fatal Push. But I imagine it's going down to something right here. Hey, that's alright. As always to be expected, but Carnage turns. Regis or Alpha also. Quite lovely. Like with the token, it could die to stuff. Easy. They might draw something that can easily kill it this turn. Regis or Alpha a little bit more durable, being a mana value of 5. It does dodge that Fatal Push. Another Assassin's Trophy, huh? So this is the second Jund of the night. Very, very interesting, I must say. Odd. Huh? Huntmaster, plus we still get to go Regis or Alpha quite easily with all of the lands that we have. Ugh. Well, we certainly have to hold back everything. We're at 8, and when I have a Mayhem Devil, that's not a fun time whatsoever. Hoping for that Inscription or Carnage Tyrant, really. Any of those would be nice. Oh, good stuff. Oof. All right, that felt pretty good. Pretty fortunate, at least. Huntmaster going down. Dies to Bone Crusher, Fatal Push. A couple pings from Mayhem Devil. Oftentimes I take it out in these scenarios, but definitely. Tyrranax Rex. Yeah, let's get her done. I was thinking of the Acroan War. I would imagine there's Shieldred possibly in here. But again, as we learned, the creature you steal doesn't actually die to the Acroan War, because it untaps and then you send it back all nice and safe, unfortunately. That would have been nice. Yeah. Plenty of lands. Lovely to keep that first hand after so many mulligans the previous game. Enough to get to Topiary Stomper, plus that Inscription, which I was saying, hopefully shows up quite nicely this match. Targeting Topiary Stomper to, gain 6 life, make a nice 6/6. Stop some of this aggression that the Blood Tithe Harvester is famous for. Obnixilis, well, that might do the trick, unfortunately. Trying to make us discard a bunch of stuff. Ouch. Kind of tempted almost to go with Shifting. Yeah, Mountain it is. If I only had one land in hand, I wouldn't have done that. But since I was sitting on 2, knowing I would get to 5 eventually for Castle Garenbrig or something, or Regis or Alpha, whatever it is. Looks like they'll be sacrificing Topiary, but we should be pretty free and clear next turn to attack with Regis or maybe Shifting Ceratops, haste, take out whatever biggest Obnixilis there is. Thunderherd Migration. I want to keep the bodies plus the interaction plus the life gain. We'll decline. Decline is fine. Definitely take advantage of this opportunity to hastily drop the Obnixilis that is at 5 loyalty there. I like that. Oh, that will buy us a little bit of time. Crossing my fingers. If we get Castle Garenbrig, we get T-Rex. If Shifting's still surviving, we could do Inscription of Abundance on it to gain a bunch of life. Not the case. Fatal Push. Classic. Always around. T-Rex. Yeah. You know what? I think it has to be Inscription of Abundance. It's either going to be Regisaur or T-Rex next turn. Anyways. You know what? Regisaur Alpha. If they want to save up Obnixilis, the Blood Tithe Harvester does have to block, and we still get to deal, 1 damage. It's not nothing. Corvold, oh boy, that might not be nice. Oh, they're getting rid of their lands now. Oh, there's Castle Garenbrig, and there is the thing I was hoping for. The great equalizer. Boom, take him out. I'm gonna keep losing life and... No. Stealing Corvold would be nice with the Akroan War, actually, now that I think about it. Seeing that it is Jund involving that guy. Okay, I know what I want to do. Well, that's not going to do it. Unfortunately, they're at 25. Okay, okay. We know the kind of things they have. I should have maybe expected a Corvold, but... yeah, aim. Yeah, Inscription of Abundance. Maybe would have taken out their creature, but again, a Akroan War kind of takes out their creature. We get a creature. Lovely, lovely stuff. Especially if it does steal that big thing. Inscription, we might not have a big enough creature to fight and still have it sticking around. But that hand certainly seems lovely. 3 lands, including Castle Garenbrig, getting us to Carnage Tyrant, 2 lovely Thunderherd Migrations. Oh, and that thing. Okay, well, we're rolling in it here. I like our chances. See if we draw another land next turn. If, okay, okay. We'll go with that. If I didn't draw land, I go with Thunderherd to get to 6. Well, technically 6 with Castle Garenbrig. But since we got Karplusan Force coming up, boom, Carney T. Hoping Ripjaw survives at least 1 or 2 cycles and we get a little bit of use from it. Discard something to search for that Fatal Push, or again, meet the requirement of Fatal Push. That's okay. Carnage Tyrant is going to be devastating, and we get Tyrranax Rex next turn. This is good. This is good. They drop Corvold at any point. Yeah. That's alright. I imagine they'll double block to take Carnage Tyrant out. I don't care. At this point, I'm going to be as aggressive as humanly possible. There we go. Basically, right on time, exactly. Well, pretty close. Close enough to 2 hours. Whew. Man, I think the secret sauce, I must say, even though I have 4 copies, I don't see it as often as I would like. This thing. You can't counter land. It's like it's 2 lands. At the very least, I'll start off with Carnage Tyrant, Castle Garenbrig, a very good chance, or at least an increased chance, to see this big scary dino. And then you bring this Tyrranax Rex in. Yes, very, very nice indeed. My goodness. Got her done. And the Akroan War. Possibly coming up. But okay, okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Right now, later on, whether you play Control, Dinos, whatever it is, I like it. Maybe we'll do some fan fights, and I'll just face a bunch of you guys versus Control, me as Dinos, of course, and that could be kind of interesting. I'm just happy to at least have a clear matchup, a clear deck type that I can pretty consistently do well with. It wasn't always the case, but with the addition of the big scary dino here, T-Rex, that does happen. Right, hopefully all you guys have a good time zone, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever it is you are watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. Peace.